This is a mouse lure, and today we're using it to catch giant springtime bass.
Got him. Got him.
All right, you guys, welcome back. Today we have a great one. We are throwing arguably my favorite topwater bait of all time, and that being the mouse. Now, I love this bait because it's got the same action as a frog, but it's just with a little bit smaller profile, and for whatever reason, I just think I catch way more fish on it. I get way better hookup ratios. I don't know if it's being a little bit smaller. I know obviously they make smaller sized frogs, but I just think it's something that the bass might not necessarily seize often, so they always attack this bad boy, and we finally got some good topwater weather in Michigan. It's been about 70 every single day for the week. Surprisingly, the bass are still on the beds here, but we are going to be trying to throw it over the beds really close to the bank and then work it past the beds, obviously over top of them, and see if we can get some strikes. We're gonna get out there and hopefully catch some hogs. All right, you guys, just pulled up to the first spot. And like I said, we're gonna be trying to fish mainly the shorelines. The bass spawn here has taken a lot longer than I initially thought. The bass are still spawning, but I'm pretty sure that this is probably gonna be the last week that they are on beds. But anyway, we're gonna try and really focus on the shoreline because that's mostly where these bass are spawning, along with a couple grass patches. I don't know, you guys probably won't be able to see, but about 10 foot to my left is a grass, like a bunch of grass where it is all the way up to the surface. So, you know, these fish have plenty of hiding in that. It is the middle of the day and it is honestly pretty hot out. It's about 80 degrees and right now it is 2:30, so it might not be the best topwater time, but we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot anyway. We finally did get that warm enough weather to the point where I think some of these fish might be hitting on some topwater now. But our whole goal is, like I said, just to fish a bunch of shorelines. We'll honestly probably go around the whole lake, but mainly try and target that shallower water where these fish are probably going to be up spawning or getting close to being done spawning.
Got him. No, don't go in the dock.
Got him on the mouse. Not a bad one. Get up here. That is what I'm freaking talking about, you guys. Choked that mouse. Man, those hooks are in there good. What a solid first fish. About a pounder, I'd say. Send them on back. Holy crap. Oops. This is the mouse we are throwing again. It's the Frenzy mouse. That is the name. But that bad boy came right up in the weeds, just as I suspected he'd be.
Got him.
Oh guys, it's a nice one. This is a nice fish. I saw him coming right off for it. He waked right off his bed. Come here. This might be like a 2.5 pounder. Both flipping them. Look at this frickin' slab. Look at this donkey. Oh my gosh. He just inhaled that mouse. You know what? We're gonna throw him on the scale just cause it's already out. What do we have? 3 pounder on the dot. Exactly a 3 pounder. That is a beautiful fish. Go ahead, get him on back. And there he goes. That fish came right off that little bed. You guys could, I don't know how well it'll show up on the camera, but I saw that thing just bolt over towards it, and sure enough, inhaled this bad boy. That is why this mouse is my favorite topwater. Got him. Man, he smoked that one. It's a little guy. Holy crap, I need to get this reel checked out, or at least grease it up. Not a bad one, but there we go. On the mouse, baby. I love this bait. This is, if I could only throw one topwater for the rest of my life, this would probably be it. I'm gonna need the pliers, but this thing is just so good. It literally is just like a frog, but better. Pop him off. You guys have a better look at him. See you, buddy. But that one literally came right next to the boat, up relatively shallow, you know, in the shade. That just looked pretty darn good. So we had to make a cast up there, and we were rewarded with that little guy. Let's see if we can fix our mouse. Got him. Didn't miss him. Oh, this is so fun. Ooh. It's actually not a bad one. Look at this beast. Man. I will say, the only tricky thing about topwater fishing is getting the hooks out. Because when they eat it, they want it. But, man, this is just first topwater of the year, and they are absolutely crushing it. Let's see. Come on, pop on for me. There we go. But not a bad little guy. Definitely not as big as the first couple, but hey, we're gonna take it. The wind did pick up actually a good amount, so it is a little bit windier now. I don't know if that's going to be a good or bad thing when it comes to this fishing, but I can tell you that so far it has not seemed to be a problem yet. Well, you guys, it is a beautiful day, as you guys can see. Nice and sunny. I'm just playing. It's a pretty gross day to be fishing today, but you know, that doesn't mean that we can't get out there and try and get ourselves a couple nice ones. Oh, I am so sorry for how this reel sounds. I forgot to grease her up last night, so it still sounds like crap. But as you guys can see, it is obviously pouring rain right now. It only is going to rain a little bit harder. So I'm hoping that this first spot produces, you know, a couple fish. I don't want to stay out here too long in the pouring rain, but you know, I'll stay out here as long as it takes to get our hands on some fish. But we're doing the same strategy as yesterday, kind of just focusing on the banks along with some beds. And if this doesn't work, we're probably going to head out to a couple grass patches where, speak of the devil, there's one. Gonna say we're gonna head out to some grass patches, but it seems like the bank is gonna be able to produce today. Let's see, get up here. That's what I'm talking about. Little guy on the mouse, but first rainy bass of the season. Let's get on back. But there we go. I was gonna say, if the beds are not gonna produce, we'll head out a little bit deeper to where there are some grass mats, see if we can catch a couple out there. But I'm thinking that so far so well. piece of his lip came with him. Let me grab that off. There we go, on the mouse. That one right off the bed up there. Let's see if we can snag one over here. This bait is just so good. I know I said earlier that it's pretty much like a frog, but honestly, I think that it has a little bit better walking action than a frog. I think that quick side to side twitch is better than all these frogs you can buy. Now, I'm sure you can obviously buy some frogs that have this, or you can cut the tails, but if you're looking for a straight out of the box best topwater that's weedless, I'm gonna say this is probably gonna be your guy. Got him. I can't even tell how big it is. Ah, feels like it could be all right, and it is all right. This is a pretty big one. Come on, stay on, stay on. You tighten the drag, boat flip them. Frick yes. That's that rainy weather bass I'm talking about. Yes, sir. And the hook just popped right off. Solid 1.5 pounder. See ya. Man, it is absolutely downpouring right now. So, I mean, these fish are still hitting the mouse. We're gonna stay out here as long as they're biting and it's not lightning. We'll be out here. So add that one to the collection. That's probably got to be one of my bigger rain bass. Again, if you guys notice a pattern, all these fish right now are pretty much coming in 3 foot water or less. I'm not sure if these bass are or if that one was spawning, but there is a ton of weeds, like weeds all the way up until the surface. I know you guys can't see it, especially with how rainy it is, but you know, right, that one came right off of a grass patch, and yeah, absolutely pounded it. I could barely even see the eat. I was just watching the frog, and the tail end of that bass just came up and went whoosh, and grabbed it. And there you guys go. That was fishing with the mouse. Honestly, I mean, today you guys can see that was a little bit of a wet one, and honestly it continued to downpour. I got a chance to look at the radar, and it said that there was some red and orange coming, and I'm not sticking around in that. Plus, you know, honestly, with the mouse where there's no, you know, rattle or sound to it, I think the bass can kind of lose track of it, especially with so many raindrops hitting the water at once. And I fished 2 other spots, no bites, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna call it quits. I think that was a pretty successful day, or 2 days in my books. First time out topwater fishing for the whole day. Caught, I think it was 6 or 7 bass. I'll have to go back and look. But we got some crazy blowups, a couple of gulps. All in all, I'm a little bit rusty with the topwater, I will admit. I gotta work on my hook sets, and I really gotta fix that reel. That thing was screaming like crazy. But I'm gonna call it a day here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and like button, and let me know what topwater you want me to throw next, and I got you guys. But that's all for today. I'll catch you guys next time.